Hi all, right back with more Conflict to Heroes, still on Solo Mission 2 Tank Hunt. This is going to be my part 4. Could well be the last part, you would think. There's not an awful lot of units left in the map, so but we're trying to craft a way, bait the tank away from the road so that we can maybe try and get this wagon. Well, the wagon's not even there yet, but when it eventually comes on, well, assuming it does, well, it's going to have to, because the time track, well, unless the tank destroys all our units before that, which is possible. Anyway, right, let's get on. Right, I haven't watched back. I've been recording quite a lot recently, so I haven't watched back all the stuff. I'm going to do that, though. I like to do that just in case there's any mistakes. I like to pick them up myself if I can first, before they go out to the public eye, and hopefully I can spot them myself. But there's been a few issues come up where I might have a couple of things wrong and not notice it myself as well. And of course there is that slight challenge about what version of the rules we're trying to work with here. But anyway, I noticed when I had cut that last part of the video in the middle, the volume went away down, but it was just briefly. It was just for a couple of seconds, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. I say still trying to mess about with this app. Well, I'm not really messing about with it, but just still trying to know how it works, because it's a bit different. Now I've got my cooler running in the background, so you might be able to hear that. I know at times I've had it on before, it's not been that recognisable, and the volume seems to come across quite well, so I'm sure it's not a problem. Okay, so yeah, start of a new round. We'd already drawn our card, and we got that frontline officer, which I was going to go and have a wee glance at that, wasn't I? Yeah, give me a sec. Let's go and have a look at that. And that was this I'm talking about. I suppose two questions. Question one would be, can it raise your caps above your maximum for the... Well, I say maximum for the turn. We started with 6. Allocation per round, it says 6. Round. I should say round. Round's the whole... that's us going to a new round, and a turn is when we have an activation. Can it increase this beyond 6, for instance, in this scenario, because 6 is what we start with, and the other one being, if we've got eliminated units there, could that raise it up? I mean, to me at the moment, I've only got 4 caps. Could that raise it above 4 for that round? I don't know, mate. It doesn't say anything on the card about it, so may have a look at the 3rd edition version of it, see if that's... And just going to have a quick search in the forums for it as well, so back in a sec. Right, yeah, so the 3rd edition kind of spells it out a bit better. It's a one-time shot. You get one set. Let's say we roll a 3, and we get 3 extra caps. If, however, I had started with 6 caps, I can extend it to 9 caps, and at the moment I'm on 4 caps, so it will temporarily extend it beyond that. Obviously, when it comes to the end of the round, in a new round again, I'll only get a maximum of 4 caps, unless of course I've lost any more units. So yeah, you do actually benefit more from that, so that's good. Remember, it does cost you 2 to do that, but that's fine. Right, so how are we for initiative this time then? What's going to happen if he goes first? Now this is just a +1 into the, and this doesn't now spoil his bonus moves, does it? I'm looking across that side from my rules. I've moved things about. I did eventually have 2 Europa Universalis down. I think it was just going to sit on the table for a bit and not really get used. And I'm getting kind of into this. Partly I looked at the next scenario, and the next scenario uses 4 maps. So I'm not going to be able to squeeze it in on this table. Well, it'd be a tight squeeze anyway. So I kind of need the bigger table there. But I don't think I was going to play it. I'm not given up on it as by no means yet. But it's just a heavy game, and I just couldn't really get my head around it very well. So we will return to it. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I was talking about my rules. Yeah, so there's no penalty to his movement, so he can just stroll right through there and move adjacent to us, unless we're to put more smoke down. But I've still not worked out if. I mean, I'm assuming I'm allowed to put smoke in here, but what does it become? Does it just refresh it back to a 2 again, to a heavy smoke? I would think so. Well, let's see if we can find something in the rules that tells us about that, Grant. I was just wondering if I forgot. You know what? Right, give me a second. Yeah, I was just wondering if I may have missed. Again, though, there's a bit of contradiction here, though, because if I'm using the 3rd edition rules, there's a -2 defense. Oh, hang on. Is it not an attack rating? Yeah, there's a -2 attack rating smoke penalty when attacking out of a hex with heavy smoke, and there's a -1 attack rating smoke penalty when attacking out of a hex with light smoke. And I'm just wondering if I might have forgot about that, and we might have done that. I don't know. Like I say, I've not reviewed back on the footage of the last 3 parts, I think. So we'll see. But again, looking in the 2nd edition rules, that wasn't a thing. You just got the +2 DM modifier to your defense rating. There's nothing that caused you trouble firing out of it. So. But I guess it's something that they must have thought was more beneficial. So I'm going to play it that way. Same as with that grenades card, I've used that. So I'm going to try and use the 3rd edition rules, was what I'm saying. If I can. And I will eventually get round to printing them all out. And maybe try and put them in a binder so it makes it easier for me. But we'll just muddle on just now. So I don't see anything there about like firing smoke into hex already that's got smoke. It just basically says choose a target hex to direct or indirect attack. That says to fire smoke. Instead of resolving the attack, place a +2 DR heavy smoke marker in the target hex. Make a D10. Right, that's a D10. That's the root. So okay. Yeah, okay, so, and the reason I'm pondering on this is obviously get some smoke in there, slow the tank down again. But then we kind of want the tank to come in, but we don't want him to like rush up to us and, do too much. So I think, right, with the Pioneer. Oh, I made a mistake, haven't I? No, because the mortar. Yeah, the mortar can surely fire smoke. Yeah, I'm thinking I was firing that at range, and then I'm looking, we'll use the Pioneer to do it, and then I remembered he's only got 1 range to fire his smoke. But the mortar's got, that's got a 3 to 16 range. 3 to 16, Grant. No. 1, 2, 3. We couldn't have put smoke there then, could we? Well, fortunately, I can take that away. Because that smoke I fired first, 1, 2, 3, that is the minimum range. However, I put 1 there, and I shouldn't have been allowed to do that. I think that's what spent the unit as well, but then that's my bad for missing that. That shouldn't be there. So, right, well, we can't lay smoke then. I'm not going to be able to lay any smoke. Right, I dare say we're just going to let him come in and see what's what then, I think. Yeah, I should have thought that through better. Because that last turn, what I could have done was back this guy up so that he then had the range next turn to put smoke here. Then again, that the tank might have already been through it. Right, okay, you know what? I'm not going to bother about initiative then. I don't really feel that confident about having a success in this mission anyway. So, if I was to get the... Of course, the other thing is we bog down the tank if we can drag it in there a little bit. Right, okay. I'm going to just take the initiative as is. So we need an 8. Right, we've got 11. So we've actually won the initiative. So I'm going to have to think about what I do want to do then. Well, it doesn't matter about backing that guy up now. Yeah, see, that's a pity. Like I say, I could have had this guy in that position there or there maybe, and now been able to fire smoke into there. Didn't. Then I could move the Pioneers up with the potential to fire smoke in there, but the AI is going to have a turn in between that, and it's going to move in there, isn't it? Or possibly fire. Well, here's the thing. If I was to just back up there on the road, it's going to be a costly move though, isn't it? It's going to be 4 because it has poor movement. I think I'll do this. I think I'll move him back into there, because it's just that the tank might fire. He might not move and he might fire from there. Yeah, and I'm going to that'll take a spent check on a 4. So I'm kind of hoping we get lucky here. It's a long shot, I know, but we still do have... Oh no, we don't. We got rid of that. We played that. I thought I had my 1 free action. Well, I don't. Well, however, if he does get spent, I have 4 caps, so potentially could drop smoke in there next turn if I wanted to. But it depends what the tank does. So let's take a check on a 4. And yeah, let's just see what's what. Oh yes, we got a 5. Look at that. Right, so we got lucky there. Right, so now over to him. It's command order car, which doesn't really matter right now. There's no close combat or short range. Highest firepower AI closest to a fresh hit unit fire. Well, we've no hit unit, so it's not going to do that, which is kind of a pity because, yeah, it's going to move, isn't it? Largest group of mobile AIs closest to a mission objective or spent unit move towards. No. You know what? This might pass. Because the mission orders are T-34 furthest from wagon, move towards wagon. That would be a bit bizarre, would it not? Right, it's no close combat, it's no short range. Highest firepower AI closest to a fresh hit unit fire. There's no fresh hit unit. And then largest group of mobile AIs, which, yes, he can be a largest group, which he is. Closest to a mission objective. Well, the mission objectives are only the wagons. Where does it tell us about that? German wagons are an objective. It tells you in the under mission objective there. So yeah, and there's no other objectives. So if there's not an objective, he's looking for a spent unit. Unfortunately, this guy's dead fresh. If he had went spent, he would have moved. So he's not going to carry out that action. And then execute mission orders. Mission orders T-34 furthest from wagon, move towards wagon. Well, we've got really lucky there. He's going to pass, which is strange, but I'm taking it. So that's a command order card out of the way and a pass. Yes, very odd. Right. So do we put that smoke in then? I think we should, eh? Yeah, so minimum range 3. I say, I hope I've not blundered with it. I did blunder there, definitely, but I think the other one was okay. So I'm going to put smoke in there. And so that's going to block line of sight, and it will not give him his... He will be able to move into that hex, but he'll have to stop. So that was a fire, and it was a direct fire because we had line of sight to that. So a check on a 3 and a 5 again, so we're good. Right, over to him this time. +1 on the mission track. Okay, here we go. Oh no, that's bad timing. I think that's bad timing. Right, because now the tank's going to turn around and say, wait now, there's a wee wagon strolling about back there. So we move the yeah, I think this could have we could just wanted to wait one more turn, I think. Place the German wagon ahead G02 and then move all wagons along the road. So, yeah, I mean, we did want it to get started, but I think the timing of it's just could have waited one more turn, because he moves in there. Well, he arrives here, and oh no, it's G02, so he's one further back, right? And then he moves 2, so he's here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this guy's only 2 away. Sorry, I'm maybe not showing you any of that. I guess I'm just sort of seeing what he might react to. This guy is only 2 hexes away, and it does just check as the crow flies. I'm pretty sure about that. It's not something I've thought about otherwise. So, however, this is a mission objective. So, and that's the only mission objective that is on the map right now. So I've not even started looking at what this green car's going to do. So here we go. Right, that was kind of lucky. So again, I went to adjust the zoom there, and because the zoom is right beside the record button, I clicked it there again, but I noticed it this time, or I might have been doing what I've done before. That's kind of annoying. I wish I wasn't as close, or I wish there's something I could do about that. I'm not so sure what though. I just need to be more careful when I'm using the zoom. Right, okay, so we got away with that one anyway. So we've moved the timer, the mission track. There's no close combat, there's no short range. Execute counter actions. If all German units on the map are hidden, well they're not, so no counter actions. Right, here we go. Unhit AI. Closest to a fresh unit that just acted. Fresh unit that just acted is the mortar, isn't it? The mortar just fired the smoke. So unhit AI, closest to a fresh unit that just acted, fire +1 caps. Well, he can't fire, yeah. I should have read on there, because we blocked line of sight with the smoke. So next action, AI closest to the lowest defensive value unit, fire. AI closest to the lowest defensive value unit, fire even at long range +1 cap. Well, he can fire at the wagon. Thing is, unhit AI closest to a unit in a 0 DM hex or mission objective. Unhit AI closest to a unit in a 0 DM hex or mission objective, move towards. Well, he would have done that and moved towards the wagon. However, he is going to. And then, of course, it's got mission orders there as well, which is moved towards the wagon, isn't it? Well, he's going to take a shot at the wagon, which is. I don't know. The tank's right in the way now. And I don't know how we can bait him. Yeah. Mind you, that would have been good if he had fired at that, because he might have become spent, and we might have, you never know. Oh no, because when he's spent, the track doesn't move. Nah. So we don't really want him spent, but there's no way that wagon's going to get through there, is it? Right, so AI closest to the lowest defense value unit, fire, even if long range, +1 cap. This mission's I'm probably just gonna have to scrap this. I don't think there's any way of me doing this, because as soon as he becomes spent, it stops the track from moving. So, and then if we were to kill the tank, it ends the mission, and they are going to win with 1 victory point. I just can't see the way of the wagon getting through. Right, okay, well, let's carry on just now. So it's going to fire +1 caps. The thing is, if it takes a wagon out here, then that's, well, it's maybe got a long shot at that, mind you. So remember, it can fire because it's got a 360-degree turret. So, and it's in range. It's not in long range. It is getting +1 cap. So it's firing with a 5 against our 11. Now, I'm going to give it the -1 because it is firing out of the -1 smoke, the +1 smoke, the light smoke. So he's going to get a -1 for that. So that takes the cap away. So it's a 5 against an 11. And this will cost him 7 to do this because he's got to use a turret. So he's going to become spent. And then, yeah. Right, 5 against 11. Let's see. So he needs a 6. Or just put me out of my misery and roll a 10. It's in between. So 8. So we do get a hit. I've moved them across as well. Infantry chips. And hit counters, here we go. We have, that's a berserk one, which is, it's kind of a good one, this. It gives bonuses to quite a lot of things. So it gives -1 to its fire, which is not, it can't fire anyway. +1 to its actual attack rating, which is not any good anyway. Or it gives it a +1 and a +2 to its defense. That's good. That turns its defense to get shot at the front to a 13. So there we go. So, and it can carry on moving. It's not stopping its move. So to be honest, that's probably one of the best hit mark. That's the best hit marker he could have got. Right, and then he's going to do a check on a 7 because he had to use a turret. So he's obviously going to be spent, but we will draw the card. As a 3, he is spent. Now remember, he can still sit there and use command cards, but I think this is kind of hopeless because the wagon can't move now. We need to try and do something. And I don't think there's anything we can do. We need to get him moving that way. I don't think I should have put that smoke down. Really should have. I don't really think there's anything I can do. I think we're probably going to just have to give up. Suppose we could pass. Yeah, I think the only chance is for us to pass and for him to get a command that's going to take him towards the end. Well, shouldn't I make it a bit more tempting for him to... No, but I don't want to like move this guy here so that he fires at him, because firing at him's not any good. I need him to move so that there is a chance a wagon might get around that corner, and then maybe I can put smoke into that hex and stop him from coming back. I shouldn't have really put the smoke there, I don't think. But there you go. Right, okay, I think I'm just going to pass. So he gets to draw another card. It's not a blue card, so he passes as well. So that was kind of a short round. He becomes fresh again. That smoke's going away. That smoke will reduce, so it won't affect his movement this time. Yeah, what I want him to do is move towards one of these guys. But the fact that the wagon is a mission objective, also the wagon is, well, yeah, but we need him to move, not just sit there and fire, Grant. Right, so move that. Sorry, I need to shuffle the deck up again. We never even used our cap, so they don't need adjusting. We are going to get to draw another card. And we get command free action again, so we've got plenty of cards to use, but nothing that, like, thinking about Gloomhaven and using the pull or the push, well, it'd be pull command to pull them through. Yeah, this is a different game, okay. Right, well, I don't think I care about initiative, so let's just roll on it. In fact, I'd be happy enough for him to get it, to be honest. Roll the 5, so it is going to be him, and let's see what he's going to do. Right, nothing on the track. So none of the first 2 counteractions, no. Right. AI, closest to a target, low risk move towards. Well, he's not going to go into a stone building, though, Grant. This might work for us. Because his closest target. Oh, Jesus, there. Like I said, his closest target is there. That's 2 away. 1, 2. The wagon's 3 away. 1, 2. This guy's 3 away, and that guy's 4 away. So that's his closest target. So the AI closest to target, low risk move towards. Yeah, this could be good. Depends though, he might just go that way. That's a +1 DM. I think we've got him moving. Right, let's just double check this though. Get this rules looked at. Right, so for low risk moves, the AI will never move into close combat, will never move into short range and inside the target's fire zone. If the AI is not in a fire zone, the AI will move it. Now, right, he is not in a fire zone, is he? Well, no, he is. He is. I mean, this guy's not got line of sight on him, but the mortar has. Yeah, the mortar has. So if the AI is in a fire zone, the AI will move into a non-fire zone hex. And a non-fire zone hex is going to be here. That's a pig, because I thought he would have moved into there because it's better defensive modifier, but it wants to move out of fire zone first. Now it's wanting to get closer to this. If that was moving further away from that, he wouldn't do it. He needs to either get closer or stay the same distance and follow these rules. So if the AI is in a fire zone, the AI will move into a non-fire zone hex. Yeah, and that's only hex, because I mean, obviously this is a non-fire zone hex, but it's moving away from the guy, so he's not going to do that. So yeah, he's going to move in here, and probably turn his facing like that, I think. That doesn't help me at all. I'm not that sure any of him's going to help me anyway. I might just need to call this one, I think. Don't think we're going to get anywhere. Right, so he checks on a 1 for the move. We draw a 4. Sus to go. Well, I suppose we still can try and bait them that way then and get up and around, I suppose. As I think if I move this guy, so we back that guy up, that's a 2. Excuse me. Right, let's do that. Let's just do that. I'm not sure anything's going to matter. Right, check on a 2. I've drawn a 1. So he's spent. Right, back to AI. Right, if AI plus units is less than or equal to 16, sorry, maybe not showing you that, less than or equal to 16 plus 2 on the timer, it is going to do that. However, yeah, this is going to finish things off, I think. Damn. So plus 2 is going to be move all wagons along the road, move all wagons along the road. So twice they're going to move along the road. And remember, they move 2 hexes at a time. Damn. Right, I think that's away now, hopefully. Right, so 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. And remember, for each wagon move along the space, all wagons move 2 hexes each along the road leading to hex L10. And then off the map, wagons move through and even onto enemy units or smoke hexes if a wagon cannot move because it is pinned due to being hit. Instead will attempt to rally. Player may never take any actions with a wagon. Wagons are never spent. And like I say, it doesn't affect his movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's right on top of the guy. He's right on top of the tank. So yeah, he's in bother. And then we carry on with the card. So I think this is probably going to put things to bed, isn't it? So yeah, so now there's a close combat situation, so the tank's going to fire. Yeah, and he's going to need very little to do it. I mean, the only bonus was we've got +2 to our, well, only +1 because he's getting to target our flank. So the tank's going to fire with 9 because close combat. So it's going to be 9 against 12. So it's only Snake Eyes that can keep us alive. 9 against 12. And remember, we've already got hit. So 9 against 12. Here we go. Ooh, that's a certain victory. Right, so that's pretty much that, isn't it? So the wagon gets hit. They get another victory point, up to 3, and now we can't win anyway. There's no more wagons. That goes away, that goes there. No more wagons. All we can do is gain 1 more victory point by taking the tank out. Which would take them down. It would still be a victory for the Soviets. So I don't think I'm going to bother going through that. I think we're just going to call it there. Yeah, it didn't look like it was going to be. It didn't start very well, that mission. Although you can see maybe how you might want to go about things a bit better now. You can just play it the once there. You can start to see what the tanks are going to do and what you might want to do to try and stop it all. So I dare say if I did have another shot at that one, it would maybe be a bit better. But in the middle, near the middle there, we were looking like there was maybe a slim hope. You know, taking the second tank out and that, just they're in the wrong place. We're up there and the tanks are down there. If the tank had been up here, we needed to get the tank out of there, didn't we? But yeah. But that was the tank that came first, wasn't it? It came right the way down here, I think. Right, okay. Well, that was still good. I enjoyed that, and I did enjoy it. So I'm going to try and set up. The only annoying thing about the next scenario, next mission, whatever you want to call it, is I told you I had purchased the Wrecks and Destructions expansion and the monster tanks one. And this mission, so mission 3, hunting Chernov, it uses that expansion, So all it does is, if playing with Rex and Destruction's counter expansion, set up random Rec counters as follows: map 1, and then there's a bunch, and then map 2, map 3. Let's say there's 4 maps in this one. There is a chance they might get delivered tomorrow, but I've got a little bit more gameplay here just now, so I was going to say unless I have another go at that mission, but I'm not going to record that again. I don't think you'd be wanting to watch through it again, so but I just wonder, I don't think I could set up, because I think they maybe block line of sight. Do they? Or do they give... No, maybe they don't block line of sight, but I think they get... You can see them there, they're Rex. That's all the hexes. Well, you know what? I could set it up. You don't need to use them. It's just that it's a bit annoying when the expansion's going to be delivered to me. Thing is, it might not come tomorrow as well. It might be... might not come till Saturday or possibly even Monday. So, well, you know what? I'll set it up and I'll see what's what. Now, does it say? I think to get information about the wreck, so or does it tell you in here? Special rules. I want to just say that they maybe they give cover, the hexes, or is it just for to make it look better? Maybe it might just be that. It's for aesthetics, I suppose. Yeah, it doesn't really say what they do, so I need the expansion to tell me what they actually do. Well, I dare say I could probably find out what they actually do if I looked it up. Right, anyway, I'll set it up, but I'll need to go over at the other table as well, because 4 maps is not going to happen on this little table. So there. Right, well, I'll upload this first, and I'll at least get the game set up, and then we can maybe go through the introduction, and then maybe if I might not have time to start it anyway, because there's quite a lot to look at here, and there's quite a lot of different units and whatever. And we're getting rumoured enemies coming in, so there's a few things to go over. So maybe by the time I've done that, I can create that as a part, and then once I get the chance tomorrow, who knows, maybe the expansions came, and then I can just put out the markers on the map. Okay, right, I'll be back soon. Cheers.